Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt people drawn to you? Not because of what you said, but because of something you didn't say. It's not magic. It's not manipulation. It's psychology. And if you understand these 10 subtle body language tricks, you'll instantly become more likable, magnetic, and trusted without saying a single word. Stick with me until the end, because once you master these, your presence alone will speak volumes. This is Mind Matters. Let's unlock the power of your nonverbal mind. Imagine you're at a party. There's music, chatter, clinking glasses. You make eye contact with someone across the room. Most people flash a quick grin, but not you. You hold their gaze for just a second longer than expected. Then let a slow, genuine smile spread across your face. Calmly, confidently. That's a slow smile, and it's powerful. Why? Because it builds intrigue. It shows you're not desperate for attention. You already have it. Unlike a quick grin that can seem forced or nervous, a slow smile signals self-assurance and charm. Practice it. In the mirror, let your face move from neutral to warm to inviting, slowly, naturally. That's your first silent superpower. Now let's say you're chatting with someone over coffee. They lean in slightly. A few seconds later, you do too. They take a sip. You follow. They nod. You nod. You're not copying. You're mirroring. Mirroring is a deep psychological cue that says, we're on the same page. You're safe with me. It builds trust, subconsciously. People like people who are like them. The key is subtlety. It should feel like a rhythm, not a routine. If they cross their arms, don't rush to do it too. Instead, let your mirroring unfold naturally throughout the conversation. This creates comfort, connection, and chemistry. You're deep in conversation. The other person says something insightful. You gently place your hand on their forearm. For a brief moment, just a second, and then let go. That 1 second of appropriate touch. It's enough to break barriers. When done with intention and respect, touch says, I'm here, I hear you, I get you. It creates connection without words, but it has to be the right time, the right place, and the right person. Context matters. If you're unsure, skip it. But if it feels natural, that light touch can make a lasting impression. Picture this. Someone asks your opinion in a group discussion. Instead of responding immediately, you pause. You breathe in slowly, glance to the side thoughtfully, and then you speak with clarity and control. That pause, it's a secret weapon. It signals depth, presence, intelligence. People lean in. They wait. They wonder what you're about to say. We're conditioned to fear silence, but those who embrace it stand out. They own the room, not by volume, but by timing. Don't be afraid to pause. That space between words, that's where power lives. You're listening to someone tell a story. Instead of sitting rigidly, you tilt your head slightly to one side. Your eyes stay focused. Maybe you nod gently. That simple tilt says, I'm here, I'm engaged. I value what you're saying. It makes people feel heard. And that's one of the deepest human needs. Add a small smile, maybe a subtle eyebrow raise. And you've created a listening face people won't forget. Sometimes, the best way to get someone to like you is to really listen. And your head tilt tells them you are. Someone cracks a joke. The room laughs loudly. But you let a small knowing smirk cross your lips. You hold their gaze just a moment longer. Then look away. It's subtle, controlled, mysterious. A smirk, when done right, signals confidence, wit, and intrigue. It says, I see the world differently. It's playful, but not needy. It makes people wonder what you're thinking. Pair it with a calm posture, and you become unforgettable. Not easily impressed, but always engaged. You enter a room. You don't slouch. You don't fidget. You stand tall. Feet shoulder-width apart, shoulders relaxed. Hands at your sides. That's presence. It's called a power stance, and it quietly tells the world, I belong here. When you own your space physically, people notice. Not because you're loud, but because you're centered and grounded. Practice this in front of a mirror. Walk into every room like you were meant to be there, because once your body believes it, so will everyone else. At a busy gathering, most people raise their voices to be heard, but not you. You lower yours. You speak just softly enough that they have to lean in to hear. That's power. Lowering your voice adds intimacy. It draws people closer. It makes them listen more carefully, and it's far more effective than shouting. Next time you're in a conversation, especially one-on-one, try it. Watch how people respond when you make them work just a little bit harder to hear you. Locking eyes is important, but knowing when to break eye contact is just as vital. Too much, and you seem intense. Too little, and you seem insecure. Here's the balance. Make strong eye contact when they're speaking. When it's your turn, briefly glance down or to the side, then re-establish the connection. This rhythm adds layers to your presence. Confidence, approachability, and emotional intelligence. You're not staring, you're connecting, and that makes all the difference. The conversation is flowing. The energy is high. Everyone's engaged. And that's exactly when you say, "This has been amazing. Let's pick this up again soon." That's how you leave a lasting impression. By exiting at the peak, not the dip. It's the psychology of performance. Always leave them wanting more. Don't linger. Don't fade out. End with confidence. Follow up later, and they'll remember you, not just for what you said, but how you made them feel. Now you've got 10 powerful body language techniques that can instantly make you more likable, magnetic, and unforgettable. But here's the thing. Knowledge alone won't change your life. Practice will. So start today. Use these. Master them. And if you want more insights like this, subscribe to Mind Matters. Control the room. Control the energy. Control your story. See you in the next video.